Welcome to another presentation in the Quantum Human Summit series. This is Expanding Multi-Dimensional Awareness. And my next guest is a beautiful soul who works with light infusions. We're going to get a moment to experience that as we talk with Sabrina Nitto. And she is a beautiful soul who talks about the remembrance of the Garden of Eden resonance and the divine all-knowing heart. Hi, Sabrina, welcome.
Hi, Lauren. Thank you. Welcome.
This is a beautiful experience as we remember the Garden of Eden, the resonance of it. It feels like Lemuria in a way, and we're going to talk about that. I would love to know your definition of the quantum human and what it means to expand multidimensional awareness.
Yeah, the quantum human. I usually call it a divine human, but I feel that there is still a difference between the quantum human and the divine human. So for me, the quantum human is the human that aligns more and more with soul essence, with its quantum energies on higher levels, and keeps evolving. And there are many levels through which we can evolve. Because if you look at cosmos and the metaverse, there are so many dimensions, and well, the cosmos itself, it's subdivided in many cosmic segments, and any segment has dimensions. So if as a quantum human and as a divine human and as a soul in general, we are a replica of cosmos. We are a replica because that's what the Emerald Tablet of Thoth Hermes Trismegistus is about. The fact that you, Lauren, and I, Sabrina, we are a replica of cosmos. So actually, we carry within all dimensions, all those segments, we have them within us. And the quantum human travels, starts to, I would say, dissociate from that human essence, that vast, dense matter, and start to lighten, start to enlighten, and even on a physical level, it starts to enlighten and to move through its own essence, its own inner cosmos. This is for me what quantum human means. So becoming lighter, becoming more cosmic, embodying more at each time what it carries within. While the divine human for me is really thriving on that that central axis of divine essence, not traveling through, I would say, pathways, but having that red thread as a guiding line and moving on that light essence. And then you can still move through cosmos, through your inner cosmos, but you found something core within. And that's your core blueprint, because you can travel a long time. There are so many, we are so diverse, we are so rich, there's so much to explore. So if you would go to that core essence first and then explore afterwards to enrich it, this is what it means for me. I hope that gives you an idea of what I mean.
Yes, I love it. And the multidimensional awareness that of these dimensions that are all within us. I think more people are becoming aware of past lives, right? This is remembrance of everything. And so as we are expanding multidimensional awareness, this does go into remembering the Garden of Eden resonance, the Garden of Eden. Share on this.
Yes, well, the Garden of Eden it's actually what Joshua said, that wherever you are, you have that inner space of peace and bliss. And wherever you are, if you are here on earth, in cosmos, that's that core, that whatever you do, wherever you are, that is the bliss that you thrive on. So in my book that I wrote, I spoke about, you know, the journey of the soul and how it was created, and I described three primordial mothers. But the very first one, you know, when a soul emerges from that, I would say, 0 point field, so that the first essence that was added was bliss. It wasn't love. So when I was writing that book, I thought to myself, well, that's strange. Usually love is so important to people on earth. We seek that. But bliss was that primordial essence. So when we return to that primordial essence of bliss, that foundational building block, we are always in bliss, whatever we do in each moment. This is the way that I live my life, and many people that I'm guiding. We are always in this light essence of, I also call it experiential bliss. Why? Because it's not about the journey, it's about how you experience every moment of it. Not being heavy, not being worried, not being dense, but just very much connected to the core of you, knowing that all is well, that and that the earth and cosmos takes care of us. Knowing that allows us to just be very joyful and very enjoying of what we are going through.
That is so beautiful. That was an activation in itself.
It was?
Yes, because as we really feel into those words, it's so beautiful. I know everybody wants this. And isn't it amazing that we just get in our own way of this?
Yes.
Our ego mind just steps in and takes over. And so many people ask, how do we get into the heart? Get out of the head. How do we know when we're in the head and in the heart? More people who are watching this program understand what it means to be in the heart, but that question still comes up. And you've explained it as it's more than in the heart. It's being in the heart, but it's that bliss. It's being in the bliss.
Yes.
So you don't let anything trigger you.
No.
Or do things still trigger you? There's
No.
you must have no judgment.
I don't.
Wow.
No, I don't.
So if something, I can hear our questions from the audience or questions from the audience. What if we look out at the world and we see something that doesn't fit right? Like if we care for Gaia so deeply, but we see her being abused, or we see people mistreating other people, that shakes some of us. So
Yes.
what would you say, how we navigate that, like you navigate it? How do you navigate that? What happens?
Well, the Earth is moving from a planetary consciousness to a star consciousness, from a 9-dimensional body to a star body. And her inner starlight is so bright and so powerful, it just permeates all her inner dimensions. So she's creating, you know, I speak a lot about this in articles. She's creating, by this emerging light of hers, so much turmoil for us humans and you know, on societal level, that even now, if more people are abusing her because they are releasing inner wounds and you know, anger, she understands, she knows, in a way, she's not here anymore. Her star body is already shifting to another world. So I don't know any light being that is so compassionate as the earth is. And we all need to move through that. There is so much unconsciousness. It needs to move to consciousness too. And that's And that's, yeah, that's what the earth accepted so many 100,000 years ago. That it would be our playground to do this, even if it's not really, you know, very nice for her, no, for other people who are on a certain consciousness level, but that's just it. I think this planet allows us, with all that we see and experience, to, if we can be in bliss here, where couldn't we? You know, this is a planet, a true planet for light masters, because if we can do it here, we can do it anywhere. And the ascended masters, they look at us and they see what we are doing and they know it's difficult. And they are very proud of us, because what we're doing with our human vessel, you know, undergoing the light that's coming, the cosmic light that's infusing Earth, it's not easy for us. It's very difficult. We are in a process, and that's what I do in my work, of shifting the human carbon vessel into light, shifting bones into light, and doing that, going through that a chemical process, in this dense dimension that we are, there are not many planets who are doing it. So that's how I view it, from a very compassionate viewpoint, because that's just what it is, and it will shift. And those who don't shift, they will just, when they drop the body, they will pass to other planets. If they're not ready, they can do the same things that they're doing here, there. You know, the earth is shifting. They won't reincarnate back here. So that is how I live it. Things are unfolding as they should, and we are witnessing it. But the thing is, we must not deviate, because such events have deviated us throughout thousands of years, and that's why we are in this situation. So this is what's very important, is that we have just one focus, and that was also my intent for our being together today. That is, that people focus on their core, you know, with the heightened awareness and frequencies. We tend to go into our what we explore, and that's normal. But we explore as human, we explore the earth, but as a quantum human, we can explore so much. And the earth and what we live here, well, in cosmos, we can live similar things, but the thing is, we need to go back to the core. And when I say that, I mean a soul, one soul has many soul extensions. We can experience so many things, but it's important to go to that core, because that's where the peace comes from, the inner knowingness of all that is. So we stop seeking and we start finding. And then we enter into that state of bliss. We won't enter in it before. At least that's my experience.
It is so beautiful, and it's really fascinating. I hear that song, New York, New York, if we can make it here, we can make it anywhere.
Alicia Keys. Love that song too.
So I love that, and it's worth saying again.
Yes.
We can be in bliss here. We can do it anywhere.
Yes.
People, put that in a sticky note. Write that down. Those are golden words. And that is our guidepost. You know, as a child, as I was contemplating things, looking around at the world, I often thought that, you know, life on Earth, this is hell. It feels like this is hell, right? Whereas when we say heaven on earth, that means this bliss. This means coming to the core. So as we come to our core, and I love it because we're talking about multidimensionality, but we're streamlining it and say you can go out to the multi-dimensions, but the core is the essence, and the primordial essence of us.
Yes.
Is bliss. And, you know, so many of us are like, love is all there is, but it's bliss.
It's
So
bliss.
let's, wow, that's so powerful for each of us to bring bliss into our lives. So I want to ask, how do we reach for the bliss? How do we find the bliss? Maybe you can lead us into a meditation for us to find that bliss. I think we're already feeling it right now. We're certainly being supported by the light frequencies that are streaming onto the planet, right? So we just
The light frequencies,
surrender.
the light frequencies at this moment, they are for many of us, I would say, allowing us to release many things, even illness. Many people are ill. Many people had over the last months, at least where I live, a lot of people were ill. And when I tuned in, so many people were releasing and they were opening the heart. Illness serves to release, and when you are in that process, at start it's difficult to find bliss, but it's not a journey to find that bliss. We don't need to do a, how should I say, we don't need to do many years to be in it. We can, it's about a shift. And yeah,
I'm feeling that. I really am. And I know we're going to do a process to really assist people in this. But when our minds wrap around it, to me, the words that come up are full surrender and presence.
yeah.
So when, go ahead.
The full surrender is really scary for many people. Really scary, because you evolve, and at each time you are in a certain phase, and I have my Venus light technology in which I guide people, to release all that and to embody their, to just to live in bliss. But even when you have that great release, even when your light comes in, even at that moment, many, they are afraid to just allow and to surrender because it's so powerful. And then we ask ourselves, who are we to have such light? So what I would like to say is, I agree with you, Lauren, is to surrender and just to flow with all that is, because nothing will happen that we can't handle. Nothing. It's just about we need to keep moving at every stage. And that's very important, because people tend to, to interrupt that flow because we want to feel safe. And it's uneasy to release something if we don't know where we're going. Even embodying that light is scary, because who are you as a human if you have all that light? All human foundations crumble. Your view on society changes, on yourself, on your marriage, the kids, maybe a little bit too, but still, light parenting allows us to see our children as souls, and that's still okay, but still a lot crumbles. And so even if you go through that phase, it's so important to allow yourself to crumble down. Allow yourself to crumble and see people, without that veil. And some people will go as usual, and all evolutions, and other people will come. But being in that light allows you to attract other human beings with more light too. We tend to get stuck in what we know. But this we know. We know, yeah.
My goodness. We are feeling the shift so much. And what I get that you're saying is, as we need to flow and not get stuck, like getting stuck would say, oh, I gotta make this marriage work. I gotta do this. I like this. I gotta keep it this way. But when we take into account what you're speaking of, we show up in presence from this bliss, this love, and we radiate that out. And it might seem like a cop out to cling or get triggered by things. But then if it's a trigger, then it's helping us release. It's another sign to just say, surrender. So how do we do that? How do we tap into our core like this? Can you show us how to do that?
Yeah, sure. I had a meditation planned to move through, but I will adapt it, and I will add that aspect as well. Okay.
Perfect. Oh my
Let's see
goodness.
where we go. I like
Let's
to just improvise, so just let's see what will come. Okay.
let's see where we go. Before we start, tell me
Yes.
about the light infusion and the Venus light technology.
Oh, yes. You want to know more about that?
Yes, that's
Oh,
fascinating.
okay.
I know I can hear that question from our audience. What's that? What's that? Because we're going to be in it, right? That's part of the work that you do, the light that you share. So what
I
is
do
that?
light fusion. So what does that mean? This is my new way of working with people, and it's new technology. It's not about healing trauma or going into those stories, not going into human stories nor cosmic stories. No stories. We have, how much time have we lost by going into stories? And I'm about quantum evolution. So I evolved quickly, and I want people to evolve quickly, and not only quick, but thorough. So light fusion is about really infusing the divine light into the body. And so the body shifts, and the body releases all that dense human matter. And then what people usually feel is they become physically lighter, they experience more bliss. The light fusion is a bit integrated in all my enlightenment modules and also in my sessions. And the Venus light, for those who wonder what that is, it's not about the planet Venus. It just, in 2019, I felt that something was coming, and I didn't know what, but it was something that was, for me anyway, very important. And I started to sit down and channel, and I channeled a series of activations to listen to, mainly with source codes. So I work with source, with cosmos, like being, which is the cosmic Buddha, I would say. And Venus light allows you to release all your human foundations. They crumble, and they really do, in 3 months' time. Some people need a little bit more time, to 5 months. And so this is a very intense trajectory in group, but also with private sessions. And these activations allow you to release that human foundation, but also to start building your light. So your divine light enters, and you live from that I am presence. And so many people ask me, what is that I am presence, or the I am that I am? The I am presence is your overall overarching light sphere. So if I mention that we are a replica of cosmos, and cosmos has so many segments and dimensions, so have we. And the I am presence is that overarching sphere of light that we are. It's that main essence that holds everything. And when we are in that, we step out of time and space, because we are in our own time and space. I can feel that my heartbeat is different than that around me, or that my space feels different. So it's that's what the Venus light is. Yeah. I hope is that okay as explanation?
Yes, I love it. and I sense that some would be like hesitant to release all our human foundations.
Yes, I know. But that's
But
just
on the
the
flip
thing.
side, on the other side of it is what we're reaching for. It's literally deprogramming ourselves from everything we've learned on this planet.
Yes.
It's doing the opposite, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah. The Venus light came because I had a vision, and I saw myself and many others in Lemuria, and I levitated, and I was of gold, and the people around me levitated as well, and they were of gold as well. And so when I I waved with my arm, golden essence just emerged from it. And so on Earth, we did have different times, good times, divine times, but then of course, when Atlantis and with all that period that changed, and it's about deprogramming all that, but even more, because even in those times, we weren't ready to do what the human is ready for now. And that is really to bring everything in, everything. Yeah.
Okay, I can feel that. So let's go on a
All right.
meditative journey. How beautiful.
All right. So let's close our eyes and have a deep breath. Just a very deep breath. Let's be in the body, because being on earth is about being in the body and divinizing the human vessel. Just a couple of deep breaths, allowing you to feel your bones and your bone marrow. Your blood, your arteries, your nervous system, just being very present. Allow yourself to be very present and allow your breath to really move through your body. And if you feel that at some stage it blocks, just allow it to move through it. All these blockages that we might feel in general, they're not really there. It's because, we are just afraid to move forward. Afraid because we don't know what's behind that curve. So just let's keep breathing. And imagine that your heart is that great beacon of light, like a lighthouse. Very bright light. There are so many different essences of light. Crystalline light, plasma light, etheric essence, but this is just very bright. And allow it to go through your spinal column, vertebra per vertebra. And guide yourself through it by breathing, just breathing through it. No one is here to rescue us. We can only do this ourselves. I did it for myself, and you do it for yourself, because we're sovereign. Just breathe that heart light through your spinal column and also upwards through your neck. The mouth of Golgotha, which is the little indentation between neck and head, and then your head and your skull and the brain area. Just allow your heart light to fill your hip area and the bones of your legs. And gently, your heart opens because it feels that it can. It has this greater, I would say, body that carries that same light essence. And imagine that you are a bird sitting in your nest, in your tree. And that tree is your home. You've nestled there for so long. How would it be to just step out of that, knowing all that you have within? You know, that light that you just breathed, it carries everything that you need. As a soul, you were born. The primordial mothers built your soul for you to self-realize in every dimension. Wherever you are, you have everything at hand to fully realize. So how would it be to step out of that nest, out of the known, and for instance, to lie on a branch, just lying there, looking at the sky. Keep moving backwards. Flying away from that tree, looking at that tree. You see it standing, and you feel in your back something pulling you, as that's your core. It's lovely to live that life. It's very comfortable, and every experience is worth living. Still, there's an order, and that's first you find who you are. First, you embody who you are. And from that capacity, you start living, because then you live in a completely different way. So allow that light of your core to pull you between your wings and to guide you. And that light that's pulling you, imagine it's like a white light tunnel, almost like a wormhole, just pulling you at light speed. And allow yourself to just be pulled, because self-realizing who you are it's not difficult. It's just about allowing, as you said, Lauren, it's just about allowing and being present. So let that, your soul light, pull you in, suck you in, as I would say. And let me guide you with some light language and toning while you are exploring the way to your core. You might notice as you're traveling through your own light that that light is coded, and each distance that you evolve, if you can speak of distance, you are gathering your codes. As you gathered all these codes while you're traveling through your own light, you're not deviated by anything outside of you. You're traveling your light. And that's what creation wants of you, to be in your light, to travel it and to gather all seeds that are yours so you can unlock them. These are all your divine potentials. And at a certain moment, you arrive at a place of stillness, at a place of stillness, at a place which holds the gates for the Garden of Eden, your Garden of Eden, your place of inner stillness, where there is your unique breath, your unique heartbeat, your unique pulse that allows you to be in your energy, that allows you to detach from mass consciousness, from all stories of the earth, of other human beings. At this gate, you enter your own world of stillness, of bliss. And you may enter it if you feel ready. It's here for you. Allow its essence and its energy to fully envelop you. Because this is why you are born as a human and as a soul. It's to come home within, to stop seeking and to find yourself here at that gate. And if you're ready, you open it. You open it. Feel how it is to be in that silent, peaceful space where everything is light. And even if it was unknown, it is so known to you. Because this is all that you are. Here you can find your sounds, your energy, your scent, because everything about you is unique. All your divine potentials, it's every divine potential that you have is unique. No one else has it. So you won't be looking at other people, what they do. It doesn't really matter, does it? This is what matters. And this is what creation wants, that you unfold your pure essence. Only that. Nothing else matters. And I will leave you now in this space so you can take your time, all the time that you want to be fully imbued and to move at your own biorhythm. Thank you.
Wow. I have no words except to share that I was moved to tears in feeling that beauty. And so, as we carry this in our world, that is so powerful. Thank you so much for this. And that was just a little few minutes of connecting to our core.
Yeah.
There is no problem in the world.
No.
You can see that is so beautiful. This is our light. This is us. This is who we are.
Yes. And if we really allow that and stay in that, and then it doesn't matter what happens outside of us, it will dissolve. Because when you are in your highest essence, just your thoughts about what's going on earth, it sees light everywhere. It's literally what I have seen in my groups, that just being present in your light helps the earth. Because we saw sparks seeding people in Syria, in 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 Palestine and Israel, without going in any duality. Everyone is seeded by light, and that's why this is so important. We are here to seed light and consciousness, and if you are in your highest essence, then you can. That's what I feel anyway. That is in my experience what I saw. Yeah.
All right, that is so beautiful. I really trust that everyone is lit up, sparkly, full of light. And when we were in the process of finding that light and being that light that you took us on, I saw it. I saw it all throughout my body. It was really wonderful. So thank you. So we can do this every day. Like, so then our challenge is to hold this, and I would sense that we would forget. We're human still. But yet we'll never fully forget, but we will get distracted, deviate. So the deviation, we're going to get stronger and stronger at flipping it to this, right? I love that.
Yes, or those who are ready can decide to flip it today.
We want that. We want to flip it.
You can flip it today. You don't need to
Right now, I know.
work for it. It's not about working for it. It's there. It's like a lung. You have a lung, you have a heart. Well, you have bliss too. It's the same thing, isn't it?
There really are no thoughts. There are no thoughts in this presence.
No.
So our duty is to fully be in the body and find this light within the body. And it's the heart light. Okay.
Yeah, it's the heart light. And if we are able to divinize the body, we have done it all.
Divinize the body is to be in the body and bring the light into the body. Is that what you mean?
And transmute it into light. Yes.
Okay.
In that highest frequency of core light. Yes, that's what I mean.
And we know that, and so I love this because we're talking about multidimensionality, but this is it. It's beyond multidimensional. It's our core.
Yes.
It's beyond multidimensional.
Multi-dimensions collapse because it's unimportant. It's the core.
It's the core.
It's the heart. It's like the heart of the cosmos. When I was writing my book, I saw it was this giant, giant mainframe. Everything that happened in dimensions already was happening in that core. It's just replica. So why one should be in those stories if you can just be in the heart where it's still, it's like the eye of the storm. People love stories, you know, Hollywood, we're used to it. But the question we need to ask ourselves, do we still want it? Because it's infinite. We can, you know, on all multi-dimensional levels are stories, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's a choice. It's just a choice. Yeah.
I can sense some might have challenges letting the stories go. So any words of advice for that is just to be in this light. Let the stories go.
Yes. And some stories are quite thorough entanglements. For those, I obviously have my enlightenment modules, but if people just want to do it with meditation, just consciously letting the stories go. Because what they don't matter, do they? They don't matter. They don't say anything about us. They're just stories that we create and that bring us joy or hurt, but it's
Right.
still joy and hurt is still not pure.
So our relationships are great ways for us to ascend and evolve. So for our viewers and listeners, as we move in our world, bring this light to every relationship. Bring this light to every relationship, even if relationships are changing, shifting, ending, beginning. Wow. Anything to add on that? Because wow. And
Well,
just
if you are if you are in your light, your relationships will shift. And it's what people need. So whatever happens with the relationship, it's good.
show up. We show up in our light. This is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Really powerful. I know everyone is feeling this and loving it. And again, there's no problem. So, what a powerful tool. I don't even want to call it a tool, a technique. Our role, our creation wants us to have this. This is us.
This is
This
our
is our core, our
yes.
essence.
Our this is our natural way of being.
Yes. And I can feel the flow.
You do? That's good.
I mean, I can feel the flow.
Yeah.
Whereas, like the stories, the worries, the cares, concerns, if we just let that all go, that's truly what it means. There's no problem in the present. So, yeah,
And then, you know, you're not in your story, so you're not pulling your light in, right? If you're in your stories, you pull your light in because you're doing other things. If
I
you let the
see.
stories go, your light expands
Wow.
and you enlighten other people, you enlighten your relationships. It doesn't mean that those who receive your light will have it easy. You know, they will go through their things as well, but that's okay. That's how it should be, I think, for me.
Some might come into your house and have to leave.
Why? They
If the
don't.
light is too much, if they're resisting, right? If they resist the
No.
light, or we just
Oh,
be the light. We
yeah.
just help people be the light. All right, we are the light bringers. We're the light seeders.
I don't think people would leave because people want light. I think, yeah, I understand
Okay.
what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I do.
Like if they're not ready for
Yeah,
it, they're still
they
clinging.
get they will get angry probably, you know.
Yeah.
It's true,
But
you're
that's
right.
okay. We can still, that's okay. We don't cling and try to change.
No.
We just be our light. They might just think that we're really kooky. Who cares? Who cares? Wow.
Well, they just go their own way and they'll come back.
Yes.
They usually do. And if they don't, that's okay too.
It's almost like the anger is their own cathartic evolution, their own what they need to make themselves look within themselves. What caused that anger? How could I be? I mean, that's what the anger would do. So that's
Yeah,
why they would come back.
but that's very scary for them. Huh? It's very scary to go in that box of Pandora. But as we evolve, and in April, there's going to be a huge ascension wave. We are already in that preliminary phase. It will be very hard for people who have all those emotions to keep having them under control. So, yeah, there are ways in releasing that. There's breath work. There's so many things that people can do to release. So I would highly recommend them to do so because as we evolve, it will be only more difficult, I would say.
Tell us more about not to be out of the present moment, but so April, right after the Easter resurrection energies, right? So what's happening? Is it astrological or what is your insight on this next ascension wave in April?
There are many, the earth has an etheric body, right? So the earth has many dimensions. The etherical retreats where the ascended masters were. And a couple of years ago, I already saw, I was light traveling and that they were collapsing. They showed me they were collapsing. And so now in April, what's happening is that as the body is collapsing, we are in those etherical retreats energy in the lower ones anyway. So that's already, there's the starlight of the earth that is being more important towards the surface. But then there are those retreats and those high frequencies that are also coming here to our surface. And in April, there if already now how I see it, there is this huge vortex that's coming from in the earth, and that's for me pulling in cosmic light. And it's as if the earth is pulling in high frequency light, and it will offer us an opportunity to take that wave. In my book, I also wrote about these springboards. These are for me springboards. If you take such wave, you allow yourself to evolve even more, even further, because you are in this quantum space, isolated in that wave that just pulls you up. It's like when you go surfing, you need to take the wave. So it's the same thing. And I've been preparing for this wave since January, really doing launches, engaging people to show up, so that when the wave comes, the light vessel is open and we can absorb those codes. Because doing rituals and being in a wave and not having your body open, it's like being on a shower. It just you can't take everything in. Your body is a vessel that needs to take those energies in and store it. That's the crystalline essence of light. Light has many textures. Light can be plasmic, can be crystalline, it can be etheric. I'm now working a lot with primordial light, which is very pure. you have alpha sunlight. So light, we use it as a general term, but it's really very intricate. And your body, you can just transmute your body into a light vessel, and then when cosmic frequencies increase, you just store it. You become this high frequency crystal, as I might say. Yeah. Is that an answer? I went into different directions, but is this an answer to your question?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's very, very cool. And I can just sense people want to work with you. People want your programs. We hope that you'll do webinars on New Earth One Network to support us in these times with this light infusion. It's so beautiful. Okay, share with us. You have a special offer for those who are watching or on this webpage. Just scroll down and you'll see it, or it's in the description of where you're watching this video. And this is beautiful. Tell us about it. Tell us about this special offer, ways that we can work with you.
The offer that I have is about, it's an activation to shift from your old earth human to more a light structure. So this is about light fusion. The old earth structure, the Adam Catman body still is not ready for what's happening at the moment. So so the body needs a different kind of light threading. These are highways through which high frequency light can move. And so this activation is like an introduction to that. So that we leave behind our old human structures because we need to, and move into light structures. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. What a beautiful program. And when you mentioned light threading, that's kind of like what I saw, like like in a electric plasma ball, a globe, like a lamp that is in the little sci-fi stores. That's kind of like what I saw when we were in that meditation.
Yeah.
Really very cool. Kind of just like, how do you see light threading?
I see them like um, light threads, and they are white light, but they have a different essence. They have the sun energy, but the moon as well. So they are, the moon reflects the sun, but the moon essence is very important because the moon helps us to see what is still unborn. We have so many divine potentials, but we can't see them. We
Wow.
can't see them. We can't express them. We can't manifest them because we haven't had the ability to see them. And so moons and moon codes allow us with their light to reflect it back to us. So these light threadings have both this essence, and they also have this little, for me, blue essence, which is more the avatar blue, like
Wow, yes.
yeah, and then that electrical part as well. But they're very still. It's just I like when things are still, silent and omniscient. Is that still? Yeah. So yeah, not fluid, not like water, but still not fluid, not plasmic. I'm trying to find my words. Just very resonant, resonance fields of vibrating essence. Yeah, because one thread holds so much DNA, so much. It's yeah. it has nothing to do with 13 strands DNA. It's just very, very, very full. I haven't counted how many. I
Wow.
can't tell. I'll do it next time when we do a webinar.
Okay. Wow. Well,
Oh,
Sabrina, thank
but
you so much.
I had a lot of fun. I like doing this. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
So do we. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So everyone listening, feel this light. Wow, this is remarkable. I love it. And it's going to take some practice for those who are new to this. It's going to take practice, but practice, 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 everyone.
Yeah, just a
Practice
clip.
on practice on everyone in every moment, every day. Just remember this. That's why I say write it down, whatever we need to do to put it on a sticky note, to put it everywhere in our awareness. But come back to this in the middle of the night when we wake up. Come back to this, right? When we find ourselves getting edgy or distracted, come back to this. That again, it's how precious. How precious.
Everyone deserves this because it's innate.
It's us. I
Yes.
love it. Okay. Well, we are fully lit right now. Hold this, everyone, beloved hearts. And this is the new earth frequency. This is the frequency that we are. And its embodiment. It is our new world. Wow. Sabrina, as we say goodbye, I want to give you a moment for final thoughts.
I always find it very difficult. Final thoughts. Let me have a moment to think about that. Well, what I want to say is we're always busy with thinking what to do, what's best, what should I do, how shall I get there. We ponder a lot, and if we have our human inner child, and we have our cosmic inner child. And so for those who are at work or who are in daily life with kids or busy, just go back to the heart and just, look at that same situation and just enjoy it. Just trying to do things different for a change. Yeah. That's what comes up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What a fresh perspective of light. Wow. Okay. Sabrina Nitto, this has been fabulous. And we look forward to your activation and so much more. Thank you.
Thank you too, Lauren. It was a joy to be with you today.
This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in unity consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.